what the hell were we actually thinking? I think Element 6 has confused a lot of people, and it's confused people on both sides. The people who are behind us and behind Element 6 and the people who are against it. It was really interesting to see Linus's opinion. He mentioned Element 6 a few weeks ago on the WAN show. And one of the first things he said was, this is healthy for the industry. I could tell that he fully understood it. He actually holds the same view that I do. And I think it is those of us who have been around for long enough, who have seen the lack of change and advance, particularly in the area of cases, that want to see the change enough to be able to jump in there and actually do it. I've been trying since about 2008. 2010, I decided to launch a strategy giving away my designs to the big manufacturers. So I was giving them constructive criticism, which actually means giving them ideas, my designs. And I actually, in one case, worked with a manufacturer to bring my designs from a concept all the way to the market. Business models, the whole lot. I even, told them that they needed to put it under another product name because they wanted to do this product because they wanted to change their reputation. They were trying to break into the enthusiast gamer market. They didn't know how to do it. They'd been spending money trying to do it for a long time. But, the enthusiast market hated them because they kind of have this reputation like Thermaltake, and it was my job to change their reputation. I even told them to go put another modder's name on it, and they did a run of 500 in his name. And, I received nothing for any of that, no recognition or anything, but that's fine. That was what I did to try to create change. But I realized that the manufacturers were actually really open to it. And it was just a little bit of a lack of imagination on their part. It was a bit of a lack of courage. I mean, they have shareholders. They, have things they have to think about. They can't do extremely risky products. And I soon realized I'd been short-sighted in picking them, in blaming them, that the problem was actually far greater, and there was a far bigger challenge which lied ahead of me if I was actually going to try to do something about this. We really haven't seen much change in cases until more recently. I mean, lately I'm loving some of the stuff coming from InWin. I mean, we all love case labs for the water cooling capabilities, but I think the future is moving more into creativity. Modders have been trying to do it for such a long time now. But yeah, InWin just has some really amazing, creative, exciting cases. And I love that new case from Cougar too. That is really, really cool. But I guess that's another subject for another time. So yes, what the hell were we thinking with Element 6? I couldn't tell you until now, because I couldn't tamper with the natural reaction to things. If I had have told you this, it would have affected it. It was that reaction that was the most important to us. So I've mentioned the reason behind E6's change. What I realized after working with the big manufacturers closely was that they were only supplying demand, and if they have their finger on the pulse, they are giving people exactly what they want to see. So it's up to us. It is our imagination or lack thereof. It is our open-mindedness or closed-mindedness. It is up to the consumer. And yeah, that's a bigger challenge, which I then started to work on. I realized that it's the pioneers who get hammered. It's the nail that sticks out that gets hammered. And it's the people who follow up and copy who actually get all the credit. And I've just seen this over and over again, because people do adapt, and they adapt quite quickly. But people are very resistant to change. A lot of people are. And so they see something new and different. Like, when I first introduced Hardline, I got hammered for that. Everyone said, no, that's going to restrict flow. And it was really, a lot of negativity, which really surprised me, because at the time I thought this is the future of liquid cooling, and it turned out to be. But, I'm not saying I was the first. Let's not have that argument again. Element 6 was us asking the question, are you ready for change? Are you ready for this level of change? It is also, whether you like it or not, the moment you laid eyes on Element 6, you started to adapt and change. And, I mean, people can adapt to anything. In a year's time, when you look back at E6, it will seem a lot more normal, I think. despite people being resistant to it at first, despite how different it is, eventually people adapt and adjust and it becomes part of the whole culture. And so we knew what we were up against with this. We knew there would be a lot of resistance. But this question from us was extremely important to us because many of our ideas, the ideas that we really love the most, are totally outside of the current ideas. We have a material that has so far only been used in space, which is going to change cooling forever, and not just in this industry. We have designs for pumps, which turns the pump into a visual feature in the build. I can't say too much about it, but I guess I can tell you that you can actually choose your pump motor for silence or performance. I mean, that's just two of hundreds of ideas that we've started to, come up with concepts for that we could put into development at any time. But many of these ideas are, for us, very risky because we would introduce them and we would face all of the resistance, and then all the people who copy us will receive everything. And, we can't just keep doing that. We can lead the market every now and then and, make sacrifice to do so, but not every time, not all the time. So, yeah, this is the real purpose behind it, and I thought that I would bring this up before we get started on the E6 content again. We had a short break because I hope that in this time people would start to adapt a little, and also that people would start to look on the bright side, that somebody is actually doing this and trying to create change, and that we are, we're about to build into something that's totally new and different. And that is really exciting. I mean, if anything, I am really going to enjoy building into Element 6. It's just going to be incredible. And the build log is about to start, and the development series is about to start. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. After 3 years of working on this with my team, working so hard to finally have the just great moment of actually building into this thing. It's super exciting. So yeah, I hope that people can look on the bright side, that we are sharing our product development, all of our secrets. You're not going to see that anywhere else. Is Corsair going to share the development of their concept curve? No, it's not something that you normally see the inside of. And I mean, I think these days people are just only interested in entertainment, but I think we still have enough people where something like this could be really interesting for people. Now, on the other hand, we did hope that, we knew that we would only get a few backers from YouTube. That E6 at, how high-end it is, at the price it's at, that we'd have to get far outside of YouTube. It wasn't entirely for our viewers. The development is, and everything we share about it is, but yeah, we knew that we'd only have a few people that would come from there. But we did think that our viewers would kind of help us to spread it and share it, and that would lead to us getting enough people to be able to build something like this and to be able to move forward with such an exciting development. But yeah, we'll see. So thanks for watching, and I'm really excited to get started on the E6 build log. Going to go and work on it now, actually.